I remember being about 10 or 11 years old, and my cousin Rich was a magician, and he would do birthday parties, and he would always have magic at a family gathering. So that piqued my interest from the very beginning, and I started seeing magic as a way to not just come out of my own shell, since I was pretty shy in middle school, but an ability to connect to other people and give them an experience. You know, from there, it just continued to grow, and it evolved as my life evolved, and I just saw how can I affect more people in bigger ways, and it really became a part of me as a teacher, a performer, and a speaker to this day. It was right here in this park. I was about 12 years old, and one of the first times I was really in front of more people than just a birthday party in somebody's living room. Out here in the park, we'd have different festivals, art fairs, different things going on, and as one of the attractions, I got to perform in front of what seemed like thousands of people at the time, right here in this park. And for me, it was that moment when the hardest thing that I could do was not just speak in front of people, but actually get people to stop in their tracks and want to watch a show. And it was right in front of these steps where we had an arc of people gathered and had all these little kids in front of me, and just created this moment of seeing their faces light up, and that joy and that awe. And even though I had no idea what I was doing, it was that feeling I got, that exchange from the audience, from them to me, where I felt completely filled up and excited to do what I was doing. And it may not have been perfect, but I could tell that what was happening between us was real. And so it made me say, you know what, maybe this is worth continuing. I feel really lucky to be able to share what I do in my work with how I feel about and what I do with my family. And some people have a separate work-home life. For me, I always wanted to make sure that I had a job, as my parents taught me, that was reciprocal with my values and with the time that I spent with my family and afforded time with my family, but that I also could bring my family into and be a part of. So when we are on the road together as a family, it's amazing. We're not just doing a show together, we're actually reaching out to people together. My wife is the most incredible support system to me to make all of this happen, and to be able to share in what I do in magic with my family, but also to be able to share my family with my audience is something that I didn't always think those two worlds would combine. But again, I feel that people are able to see the true me as a performer when they understand who I am, what I love, what I do, and I bring in my family, my teaching, my magic to really all aspects of my life, and it completes that puzzle, and it lets my family know what's important, and it lets my audience know in the same way how important my family is to me. When you're feeling like you're maybe not enough or you don't know what step to do next, I've always felt like as soon as I can give to somebody else, that I'm filled up. And that energy is given to me, that next step is availed to me, and that answer of what I should do and what direction I should go in kind of shows up next. And I think you can't go wrong when you're doing anything in the spirit of helping others. It's just this beautiful ecosystem of the love and energy we put out into the world, we also receive back. I want to be able to scale up what I'm doing to help more organizations unlock their potential, because when I'm helping a hospital raise money for their patients, in turn I'm actually helping those patients. And it's such a wonderful gift to be able to give back in that way, but also see that organization make a greater impact themselves. So many companies and organizations around the country are doing so many good things and have so many great programs, but they might need help in rolling that out and getting the word out and being able to implement their plan, and that's where I get to come in and really see it explode into action, and that's where we can make the biggest impact.
Lauren, you're in the show now. Have you ever been good at like guessing things like gumballs or candy corn?
Kinda.
I actually wanted to open the show today with you, Lauren, because a lot of this is based on intuition. So I'm wondering if you want to just take a guess, just go with like your gut. If you were to take a guess, because I counted these before this show, of how many gumballs are inside that, it's 10 pounds, by the way, I'll bring it up close. 10 pounds of gumballs here, okay?
Okay.
Take a look all the way around. But you have to guess how many gumballs are in that container, like
I
100.
would probably go with 195.
195. I forgot myself, but I feel like we're already family here. We should probably just reveal this together. So, yeah, I have the number, and I forgot now what it was. Let me just. Oh yeah, this is so crazy. Look at this. This is actually.
Oh my!
Working with Winwin is an incredible experience. I get to work with some of the best performers around the world, with LeaderPass that is putting this platform out there to so many hospitals around the country, and knowing that we're reaching into hospitals to make kids' day a little bit brighter, that is the best feeling in the world. So getting to work with Jeff Savilico and with Ian and everybody who helps put this together, it's just the best feeling, because you know that the work you're putting into the world is making a difference, and it's really doing the work that I love, where there's feedback that's beyond just an audience giving you an applause, but you're changing somebody's life, even if it's just for that one moment. And I think we saw even on the video when Lauren was a part of that experience with our friend Greg, her involvement really became, you could feel everybody's screen lighting up. And if there was a way to reach through the internet and connect with people at that moment, that was it. Like, that was the essence of Winwin. It was that moment when I realized that I wasn't just playing to a screen. The fact that we were able to give somebody, again, that magical moment, and see Lauren smile and see how Greg involved her in the song, and we let her be the star of the show. That is really our hope for every child, that they get to experience that. I think that with more financial support and the more sponsorship we have, the impact that we will have on more kids to bring more smiles into more hospitals around the world will only continue to grow. And I'm so excited to see where Winwin and our partnerships take us into the future.